Howdy everybody, welcome back to the channel. I want to make a video similar to what I did in 2019. It might not be as prophetic, but the message is still the same. If you want anything Second Amendment related, ammunition, firearms, whatever it is, guys, I would encourage you go out and buy that before the end of the year. Similar to 2019, we got an election coming up. And November 3rd, this is a Thursday, we got midterms in about 5 days or so. And the 2019 video was a precursor to a presidential election year, and I did not know what was going to happen just 4 months after I made that video. But the message is still the same, guys. We've got some uncertainty coming up. We don't know what's going to happen politically. The Democrats might maintain control, and if that's the case for the next 2 years, they might push through whatever the heck they want to. If the Republicans take control of the House and the Senate, then essentially we might get a stalemate. And they might just keep the executive branch in check. Ideally, that's kind of what we want, but we don't know, and that's what I want to tell you. Guys, there's some uncertainty. We don't know what's going on, but what we do know is that inventories are high, manufacturers and dealers are willing to cut deals, and inflation might take effect even more so with price increases at the end of the year. Let's get more into talking about inventories. The last 2 years, or 2.5, the last 2 years, manufacturers have produced more firearms and ammunition than ever in the history of their existence. And while it takes time to increase production, it takes just as much time to bring that production back down to a normal level. On the other side, on the dealer side, dealers are receiving inventory now in November that they might have cut the PO for back in February or January. And gun sales have slowed in the last 6 to 8 months. And so manufacturers are sitting on a bunch of inventory as well as dealers. And they are willing to cut prices or reduce their prices to get that inventory moved. So use that to your advantage. Take these next 2 months, these Black Friday deals, these end of the year deals, take that to your advantage to know that a lot of these manufacturers are willing to reduce prices. We've already seen rebates from like Taurus, Smith & Wesson on their Easy line of pistols. We're already seeing rebates from manufacturers willing to cut a little bit of their profit in order to get those pistols moved. So use that to your advantage. We've got some uncertainty coming up politically, but what we do know is that inventories are high on a lot of items and deals are willing to be made. Use that to your advantage. Let's talk inflation. Inflation always trickles down. So, and I remember when I was in the oil field, at the first of every year, we would always get price increases. Raw materials would go up, transportation would go up, employee salaries would go up. And so that gets trickled down into the overall cost of the goods being manufactured, and then that gets passed on to the dealer and then to the consumer. And while we've seen quite a bit of inflation, be prepared that there might be some price increases coming up at the beginning of 2023. A good example of that is aluminum. I know Russia is one of the largest exporters of aluminum in the world. They are entrenched in basically a war right now with Ukraine. And so that might hamper your ability to get aluminum stuff, ARs, things like that. And when scarcity hits, what happens to the price? It goes up a little bit. So just be aware of that. You might see those price increases on those items just because of inflation, especially on firearms. So be aware of that. Ammunition might be a different story. I don't really know what to think, or I don't really know what message to give you guys on ammunition because I've heard several different things. I was talking with a guy this week and he brought up a good point. Manufacturers have passed on such huge price increases the last 1 to 2 years. I don't know if the market can absorb any more price increases. We're starting to see literally ammo prices starting to come down and level off. So I don't know if these ammunition manufacturers can afford to even pass on price increases anymore. But then again, you've got inflation. We really don't know. Ammunition is still hard to find. There's still a demand for it, right? So just be prepared for that. We do know right now that inventories are high. I got a notification from one of the suppliers, ammunition suppliers that I follow. He's cutting prices because he's sitting on a lot of inventory. So just be prepared. If there's anything Second Amendment related, firearms, whatever, guys, I would encourage you, take advantage of what we know now and go make that purchase. Because in the future, we've got uncertainty. Politically, we know right now, though, that inventories are high and that you can score some solid deals. So use that to your advantage. Personally, I'm probably going to I'm sitting pretty good on guns. I'm always buying ammunition. But I probably want to put another suppressor in jail right before the end of the year, just because the company that I'm going to buy that from, I'm expecting probably they'll have a small price increase, and I want to be able to lock that price in at these 2022 prices. So once again, guys, we've got uncertainty politically, but inventories are high, and then the potential for price increases due to inflation and existing supply chain issues might cause more price fluctuations and increases in 2023. So I just wanted to pass that info along to you. Like I said, if you wanted to buy anything, go buy those things in the next 2 months. I've got links down below and discount codes to Big Tech's Ordnance. They'll probably run in some awesome deals, and they are great dudes. I love those guys. And then in my link tree, guys, you'll see some links to some other stuff, some ammo suppliers, A-Zone. They're good people as well, and they've got good prices. So pay attention to those two places down below in the description for some solid deals. But nonetheless, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be safe, be smart, be skilled, and we will catch you on the next one.